The National Council on Strength and Fitness states, quote, approximately 9 out of 10 adults report regular use of caffeine with an average daily intake of around 230 milligrams, end quote. With the large amounts of caffeine being ingested by so many people, shouldn't we know what it does to our bodies, good or bad? People use caffeine for many different reasons, and the amount of people using caffeine is increasing, especially in teens and young adults. As a caffeine drinker, I took it upon myself to get educated on how my body is being affected by caffeine, and I have learned so much of the different side effects of caffeine on the body, good and bad. Are you a caffeine drinker? How much is too much, and how is your body being affected by your intake of caffeine? Caffeine causes a physical reaction in your body, which can provide positive effects on the body, but there are also some negative effects on the body that we should all be aware of. Before we learn of the effects of caffeine on our bodies, let's discuss first how caffeine works. Caffeine causes a physical reaction in our body. It's a stimulant. Caffeine enters the body and activates the central nervous system. The National Council on Strength and Fitness states, quote, it activates adenosine receptors to promote stimulation on the sympathetic nervous system, or SNS. Since the SNS initiates what is referred to as the flight or fight response, caffeine causes an adrenaline-like energy response, end quote. So caffeine is not absorbed into the bloodstream. The website Medline Plus states, quote, caffeine is absorbed and passes quickly into the brain. It does not collect in the bloodstream or get stored in the body. It leaves the body through urine many hours after it has been consumed, end quote. Now let's discuss how this response affects our body positively. There are many positive effects on the body from caffeine. Medical News Today states caffeine ingestion, quote, may reduce suicide risk in adults, while more recent research found that ingesting 200 milligrams of caffeine each day may boost long-term memory. Other studies have also suggested that caffeine intake may protect against type 2 diabetes, Parkinson's disease, cardiovascular disease, and stroke, end quote. Do you feel these positive effects on your body after consuming caffeine? Although there are these positive effects on the body, in turn there are negative effects as well. The body is affected poorly by caffeine intake. Medical News Today states, quote, consuming more than 500 to 600 milligrams of caffeine a day may lead to insomnia, nervousness, restlessness, irritability, and upset stomach, a fast heartbeat, and even muscle tremors, end quote. Have you experienced any of these negative effects on your body after ingesting caffeine? Caffeine is also an addictive substance. In an article on the AARP website, it states, quote, while low to moderate doses are generally safe, caffeine is addictive and users can become dependent on it and find it difficult to quit or even cut back, end quote. This is such a big issue that there's even a mental disorder called caffeine dependence. On the Mayo Clinic website, we learn, quote, although caffeine use may be safe for adults, it's not a good idea for children. And adolescents should limit themselves to no more than 100 milligrams of caffeine a day. Even among adults, heavy caffeine can cause unpleasant side effects, and caffeine may not be a good choice for people who are highly sensitive to its effects or who take certain medications, end quote. To conclude, most people are ingesting caffeine and therefore being affected by it. The side effects of caffeine on your body are long-term, and others need to be aware of how this substance is affecting their bodies, good or bad. The use of caffeine presents good and bad results in your body, and your body physically responds to the substance. To close, I just want you to think of this question. How will your caffeine ingestion change after gaining this knowledge of the effects of caffeine? Thank you.